for me, as a young one, I remember behind the fact that we didn't have as many resources, I discovered art. And I think I picked up my pencil at a very young age, maybe about 5 or 6, when I started to create my own worlds to escape my realities. My name is Fabian Debora, and I am a community leader and an artist of Boyle Heights in Los Angeles. And I've done designs for the movie industry. I've also have big mural contracts, like I'm talking about 4-story high mural contracts. And you'd be surprised, not once did I foresee me doing this, but I knew that if I stayed true to my passion, which was art, and I didn't allow anyone to derail me from that, regardless of the choices I made. I'm the only one that derailed me from staying steady. And the fact that I never let go of that pencil is probably where I'm at today. When I first got introduced to art, I think it was in the 80s. And at that time, it was when hip hop was hip hop and graffiti art was at its highest, which was considered like a refuge in a sense for a lot of us who grew up in these housing projects or in the environments that I come from, such as Boyle Heights, where it's violence and drugs, etc. And when I say that is when it was the first introduction for me to thinking about creative ways to deal with my current life circumstances, which weren't as great. But art, for me, was a sense of holding, almost like art gave me a sense of hope, that gave me a window to see that maybe this can be utilized on a higher level, or it could be my escape. And then eventually, as time went on, I did fall into the cycle of violence for a while and made some choices in my life that led me to incarceration. But while in incarceration, I kept drawing. I didn't allow time to do me. I did time by creating and still dreaming vividly of what my artwork would look like in these galleries or these beautiful murals. Gracefully, Father Greg Boyle from Homeboy Industries, he then walked me through the doors of the East Los Streetscapers, which are the pioneers of the Chicano movement. I walked in, I met Wayne Healy and David Boteo. They were the 2 master pioneers of the Chicano movement. They looked at my artwork and they saw something in me. They started teaching me everything and anything I needed to know about muralism. And then I started to ask questions. Who is that person in that mural? That is Hernan Cortez, and that is La Malinche. And here you have Cesar Chavez, and so on. So now I'm not only am I learning of my culture, of the history, but the imagery and how they're speaking through the variables in arts. I was able to turn a negative into a positive. And it was me not wanting to fall into the same cycle of violence, drugs, addiction, and gangs that it kept me focused on what it is that I really wanted to do. I'm not a formal educated artist. I'm a self-taught artist. And everything that I gained was only because I wanted it and because I was willing to do whatever it took to master my craft with the helps of others. At the same time, due to my own personal lived experience, it is a responsibility for me to give back and pay it forward. And that's when the vision of the Homeboy Art Academy came to light. I thought that it would be great to build such school of arts that is willing to receive kids who are dealing with various life circumstances, but yet want to do art. So today I'm the founder and the executive director of the Homeboy Art Academy. Anything is possible as long as we stay consistent and believe in self. Everything else will fall in place, as I always say. So my suggestion to you, art is art as long as it comes from the heart. There is no one to dictate what art is and should be. If you're comfortable with it and if you feel good about it, then that is exactly where it needs to be. I say to you, like they told me, paint what you see, paint what you feel, and the rest will fall in place.